again. It is I, A.R. Crown. Always remember, Christ reigns over worldly needs. Anything you need in this world, simply ask Christ. The Bible specifically says we have not because we ask not. Why don't you ask? Well, I know why. I did not ask in the past. I was ashamed of coming before God to ask something, knowing that I have been doing all kinds of wrong. And that is a trick of the enemy to make you feel ashamed. And it's the same premise and the same way that he tricked Adam many, many moons ago. And when they heard the voice of the Lord walking in the cool of the garden, they hid themselves because they were ashamed that they were naked. I hid myself because I was ashamed that I was drunk. I was high. I was out there doing whatever, popping pills, all kinds of stuff. And that is a trick, to use your shame to prevent you from going to God. Now, the very definition of sin are the things that separates us from God. And I was very sinful, and thus I was separated. The same with Adam. Quite possibly the same with you. So, today was absolutely, I was going to say magnificent. However, I encountered something that really perturbed me. I'm going to speak about it after the Bible reading because I don't want to mesh or intertwine the two different things. Okay, so today is Monday, August 2nd. And the time, it just changed, is exactly 7:58. So, let's see what that means. Now, we know 7's pretty awesome numbers. There we go. Completeness. Spiritual perfection. Now, 58 could be, yes, as one of those that are not listed. So the last one is 54, which means security of the believer. Then it skips all the way down to 60, which is pride. Pride is a tricky thing. I guess too much of a good thing can always go bad. Like too much vanilla ice cream, you get chubby. Too much of whatever you like can be bad. There is even I think H2O, water intoxication. Yeah, too much water, you will drown. So when it comes to pride and being proud, it's I would imagine, slippery slope. Now, I am very, very proud of, it was the Lord who delivered me now. I didn't do it by myself. But I am very, very proud of the fact that I can walk into a liquor store and not lose my mind. I can be in the presence of those who smoke cigarettes and not want one. I am proud of the fact that I'm a single man with no babies strewn out in the world. No baby mama drama, and I'm not a baby daddy. I am proud of certain things. However, pride, the Bible describes that as a haughty look, like looking down your nose at others. Now, another trick of the enemy is to have people say, never say what you won't do. No, you can say it. Say what you won't do. I will never molest kids. I will never smoke crack. Say what you won't do. The enemy is a little slick trick. That's a back door that the enemy has left open in your mind. you will have what you say. So there are some things you don't want to do. Say you will never do them. But the trick is to convince you that you just might do it. Isn't that something? I will never cheat on my wife. But then there's somebody, never say what you won't do. So you will cheat on your wife? See, the enemy, if he made it black and white to see, it wouldn't be a trick and you would instantly be turned off from it. So it has to be subtle, little pokes, little jabs, little darts in reasoning and in thinking. Never say what you won't do. Why not? Never burn a bridge. Why not? Because that bridge leads back to when I was popping pills. That bridge leads them back to me. And hey, Crown, want some more weed? I burn those bridges. Burn them down. You don't want to go back there. You don't want them to come where you are currently unless they're coming to get clean and they're requesting prayer or for you to help them. Say what you won't do. Say it. Say what you won't do. Burn the bridge. Burn it down. Satan is slick. Keep the bridge open. So anytime you want to go back and smoke a Newport, you can cross the bridge. Anytime you want to go and fornicate, you can cross the bridge. She's over there waiting. She really likes your crown, and you can get it anytime you want. Well, I don't want it anymore. I don't want it at all. I was lied to as a young man. I was told the measure of a man is how many notches, well, I'm not wearing a belt right now, but that you can get on your belt, meaning how many women can you bed. I've discovered the true measure of a man is how he treats that one he has committed to. That's the true measure of a man. And the Bible describes what love is supposed to feel like, look like, and be like. It's patient, it's kind, it's not boastful. I wish we would find this to be as important as the new iPhone or going to see a concert or other stuff. But I'm not wagging my finger. I'm speaking from experience with compassion, because for a time it was not important to myself either. So I totally understand. And new mug alert. Look at this one. It says, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Which is Proverbs 3 and 6. Awesome sauce. And check out the shirt. Integrity driven. Integrity is the good things you do when no one's looking. Isn't that something? Not cheating on your taxes. Nobody will know, but you do. Not, when we talked about cheating on your wife or your hubby, you have the opportunity. Nobody's looking and will know, but you would. Be integrity driven. It's much, much better on that side of the street. So, the reason we are all gathered today is the reading of the King James Amplified Holy Bible, Parallel Bible. The word parallel means side by side. So one side of it is traditional Shakespearean speak, thou, though, walketh, talketh, thus saith the Lord, and things of that nature. The other side is everyday modernized language. And I read from that side for the ease of understanding. So we are in the 8th book since we started, and right now it's the book of Psalms, which is really, really good. I really like it. Now, also, I just may butcher some of the names for they are antiquated and difficult to pronounce. So if I mess up the name and you know the correct pronunciation, feel free to message me and let me know. And therefore, we can learn together. So without any further ado, let's get it started. You don't remember MC Hammer, but I do. Okay, the book of Psalms, chapter 56, verse 1. Be merciful and gracious to me, O God. For man would trample me or devour me all the day long. The adversary oppresses me. They that lie in wait for me would swallow me up or trample me all the day long. For they are many who fight against me, O Most High. What time I am afraid, I will have confidence in and put my trust and reliance in you. By the help of God, I will praise his word. On God I lean, rely, and confidently put my trust. I will not fear. What can man, who is flesh, do to me? All day long they twist my words and trouble my affairs. All their thoughts are against me for evil and my hurt. They gather themselves together. They hide themselves. They watch my steps, even as they have expectantly waited for my life. They think to escape with iniquity. And shall they? In your indignation, bring down the people, O God. You number and record my wanderings. Put my tears into your bottle. Are they not in your book? Then shall my enemies turn back in the day that I cry out. This I know. For God is for me. Romans 8:31. In God, whose word I praise. In the Lord, whose word I praise. In God have I put my trust and confident reliance. I will not be afraid. What can man do to me? Your vows are upon me, O God. I will render praise to you and give you thank offerings. For you have delivered my life from death, yes, and my feet from falling, that I may walk before God in the light of life and of the living. That's the end of chapter 56. Let's go for chapter 57. Be merciful and gracious to me, O God. Be merciful and gracious to me. For my soul takes refuge and finds shelter and confidence in you. Yes, in the shadow of your wings will I take refuge and be confident until calamities and destructive storms are past. I will cry to God Most High, who performs on my behalf and rewards me, who brings to pass his purposes for me. And surely completes them. He will send from heaven and save me from the slanders and reproaches of him who would trample me down or swallow me up, and he will put him to shame. Selah. Pause and calmly think of that. God will send forth his mercy and loving kindness and his truth and faithfulness. My life is among lions. I must lie among those who are aflame. The sons of men whose teeth are spears and arrows, their tongues sharp swords. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be all over earth. They set a net for my steps. My very life was bowed down. They dug a pit in my way. Into the midst of it, they themselves have fallen. Selah. Pause and calmly think of that. My heart is fixed, O God. My heart is steadfast and confident. I will sing and make melody. Awake, my glory, my inner self. Awake, harp and lyre. I will awake right early. I will awaken the dawn. I will praise and give thanks to you, O Lord. Among the people, I will sing praises to you among the nations. For your mercy and loving kindness are great, reaching to the heavens, and your truth and faithfulness to the clouds. Be exalted, O God, above the heavens. Let your glory be all over the earth. That was it for chapter 57. We shall continue to chapter 58. They're fairly short chapters. Do you, indeed, in silence speak righteousness? O you mighty ones, or is it the righteousness, rightness, and justice? You should speak quite dumb. Do you judge fairly and uprightly, O you sons of men? No, in your heart you devise wickedness. You deal out in the land the violence of your hands. The ungodly are perverse and estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they are born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the venom of a serpent. They are like the death adder or asp that stops its ear, which listens not to the voice of the charmers or of the enchanter, never casting spells so cunningly. Break their teeth, O God, in their mouths. Break out the fangs of the young lions, O Lord. Let them melt away as water which runs on apace. When he aims his arrows, let them be as if they were headless or split apart. Let them be as a snail dissolving slime as it passes on, or as a festering sore which wastes away, like the child to which a woman grieves untimely birth, that has not seen the sun. Before your pots can feel the thorns that are placed under them for fuel, he will take them away as with a whirlwind, the green and the burning ones alike. The unyielding righteous shall rejoice when he sees the vengeance. He will bathe his feet in the blood of the wicked. Men will say, surely there is a reward for the uncompromisingly righteous. Surely there is a God who judges on the earth. Now that is the end of chapter 58. I do believe 3 quick chapters, lickety-split. And we are moving right along. There are 150 chapters of Psalms, but they're fairly short, so I read 2 or 3 of them a day. And yeah, we're moving along. Thank you, Father God, for this assignment. Not only am I reading it aloud to you, I'm reading it to myself, and I'm strengthening my own faith. Faith comes from hearing. You know, when I read aloud, I can hear myself. So my faith is growing. And I absolutely adore it. Thank you, Father God, for all these days you've given me and all the days you are going to give me in the future. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I have plans for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you, plans to not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." And that's what the Lord wants to do with us. It is us, we, I, me, you, who's hard-headed. I was really, really hard-headed once upon a time. And a hard head makes us off butts. And I beat my head up against a brick wall so many times. Now, in maturity, I know the wall shall not be moved. But my head hurts. So, prayerfully tonight, the Lord our God, with his wonderful biological engineered machine, which are our bodies, do their perfect work tonight. You continue to inhale and exhale while unconscious. Your heart continues to beat. The cells continue to multiply. White blood cells do their work. Red blood cells do their work. Your food digests. Your muscles build. And your mind gets fortified. So, until we speak again, be blessed, beloved. Be blessed.